2 of Vanishings, Vassals, Voices, and Vilayas.
Oh. It's a very cryptic title.
Yeah.
I know what one of two of those means. Yeah. So after our short episode 1 interlude, sort of, we had to stop and eat dinner.
And get the kid to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to have the teapot out anymore?
We're real people here.
It seems
so
fine.
Yeah. Yep. Just a glimpse into our real lives.
Yeah.
That's what we provide.
I went for a bike ride.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had calzones and beer.
We got the DM drunk and we're ready to play.
Yeah.
Yes, we're all gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't care about what happens anymore.
He can't even see what he rolled, just
Yeah.
calls a hit.
Yep.
Get attacked by 10 assassins.
So we're in the room.
We're in the room. Yeah.
40,000 roaring orcs?
Yep. With Naivara
Yeah.
and Efilas discussing. I think what did we?
Kind of next.
We were trying to find out like what was going on in these other places. Right.
And she was just questioning everything in a very nice way.
Yeah. Lyris and Arabelle have had vanishings as well.
And we just kind of need to figure out what we want to do next.
Yeah. And I think I had it in my head to ask before we left. If we have a complete, I guess, well, both of them, Efilas and Naivara. I feel like it would be helpful to put together a complete timeline of where and when these things happened. Because if you're right and it's something or someone moving, it might be helpful to know
We could map its movement.
what their
potentially.
progression is.
Do you mean
Like, where did these happen and when?
here, or do you mean throughout?
I think throughout wherever we know these are happening.
Well, I don't know if we can pinpoint beyond Akron.
Well, if we,
I mean, we might have a good idea through all.
I mean, if we know those, if we can say, okay, the vanishings happened in Efilas here on these dates, and then Agcaron, or what's the Lyris on this date, Arabelle on this date, we might have some idea, at least, if it is one source, where it's moving, how fast it's moving.
We can create a pathway. Or, if there's overlapping times, then we can totally debunk that theory.
We know it's not one source.
Correct.
Might take a little time, but I can see what I can do with that. We know, I think now he keeps looking up at her. At the very least, we have two realms where we know where there's. I mean, we've tracked ours decently well, especially over the last few months. For all maybe a little more recently. Well, yes, because they were isolated incidences. And are you going to tell them about what you've been staring at for 2 days, or am I going to have to do it? And Efilas is just like looking down. It's nothing.
I mean, if it's anything at all. But it would be good to know if this is moving or spreading. If we can at least narrow that down, that might be helpful.
There's a significant difference.
Yes. So I will stands up, just goes over to a shelf. I will get to work on that.
Are you able to contact other realms to compare experiences?
I don't know if they have me in those places, but we can certainly get in touch with people. She walks over where he was sitting, and she just picks these up and she just throws them down. And his back is too, and his shoulders kind of slump, and he just keeps on looking at stuff with his back.
Robbie takes and starts turning. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Ignore the
other
the-
side. Yeah, look
let's
at the
go
other
on a political
I looked at the other side. I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to see that side.
No, you can see the other. You can see the other side. It's just it's not game relevant.
That's the key to a cipher.
It's a bunch of holes. Why is there a bunch of holes in the paper?
Well, as I understand it, this Aramil Tilthane, she's looking up at the board. It's one of the names that's up there. He was a parchment maker, and apparently in his clutches or whatever, he was obsessed with these things, and I don't. It's Efilas seems to believe that they might have. I do not know if they have a connection. I just don't want to rule anything out. There's a very. It just seems odd. Is all.
It is odd.
It looks like it would be used to decode something.
Right. Like it belongs with some other piece of text. Or some
Any
piece of
text.
text. Any text, a book or
Yeah.
letters or something.
Let's hold on to
That?
this, but for what?
We haven't been able to decode whatever's going on with the deity or extraplanar faces.
Do you want to line it up?
Oh, we can try.
And now Suf is going to the board.
Hi.
I've already tried that, but you may try it.
Don't even know where it would start.
It's part of the problem.
It's all kinda just
If
in
you
the middle.
if you could see this, it's real good. It's really good.
You can pull the battle
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
I'll let you do it.
Ah,
Yeah.
it says female droplets. Is that?
Wait, what?
Is that
Female
something?
droplets. Wait a minute. What kind of
I
campaign?
know this
is
isn't PG, but I don't think it's.
That is not what it says.
That's what lined up.
droplets. I don't think that's right.
That is
I don't think that has
not
anything.
correct.
I don't think that has
It's not
anything.
turned away, it's only episode.
That doesn't have anything to do with what's going on.
This really took a turn.
I am the one over here. That's automatically an issue.
Or is it?
I'm not sure I'm not sure this is the right approach.
That's pointless.
I mean, tail barbed.
I've told you, I've done all of that.
I mean,
Extra
these are words
tentacle.
that you wrote, right? These aren't.
Always good.
Yeah, this.
You
Yeah,
should
this
be decoding somebody else's words.
Well, yes, but I
probably.
mean,
Yep,
it
that's
could
probably
mean something.
that's probably
All right.
correct.
I figured it was worth taking a look at.
I mean,
So now we just brought it up to shoot it down.
yep.
Well, at least.
Well,
So we
we've-
have.
Yeah, we've eliminated that one.
Do we have any text from anybody related to the situation?
I don't think so. We've found any books. The sacred text. I don't think we found anything yet related.
I mean, I feel like we found one thing so far.
We found one piece of text.
No, I mean one very important. We decoded something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, you're really.
I'm pretty sure we did. I mean,
You're hanging on to that.
yeah, that was my one contribution. I'm pretty proud of it.
Yep. He determined that
There.
is some kind of
Determine
important.
something.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's very
Could be.
important.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need some red string on that.
Are there any markings on the papers, or are they just papers
Just
with
cut
holes?
out
Just-
pages with holes.
Yeah.
There's no like indication of like an order or an orientation or anything.
Nope.
Nope.
No, they
None-
were
none whatsoever.
scattered about the shop, like they were, on the table in front, but they were scattered on the table, so there was no rhyme or reason to them. There's nothing on them.
Yeah. No hidden text. I mean,
No,
No.
I've thoroughly delved them, and
Sorry
Like
for
you
all this
said-
camera adjusting, everyone, but we're getting
this
there.
this may just be the key. We may not have the puzzle yet.
I think that you're correct.
Yeah, so. Well, do we know anyone who this parchment maker may have been in contact with that
You see Naivara look
we
right
can
at Efilas.
talk to and find out what he was trying to decode, maybe? Someone knows about if there's a book he was interested in, or
yes, that would be very useful. Thank you.
He wasn't interested in any of that. He was a parchment maker. It was just in his last when the Vanishing started to take him, he became obsessed with just both making parchment and then those 6 specific pieces of parchment.
Are there records of the things that have been said or done by those dying of the clutches?
In some cases, yes. But
Is there a record of that? Like, is that something that we can find out about?
you mean about him?
No, about all of them. Like maybe if he was making this in his last stages of the clutches.
I think that everything that you have up on the theory board is all the things that we have documented as having been important about what people said.
Okay.
I mean, they're
We can rule out theory 1, yeah?
what's theory one?
Robbers aren't connected to the Vanishing.
Likely,
I don't know about completely.
but it seems like they may be connected.
It seems like, yes. Or the robbers are connected to Minori, and Minori is connected to the Vanishings, but the robbers may not be necessarily connected to the Vanishing.
Or
may not
she
realize how they
wants control over whatever's
Right.
creating the Vanishing.
May not realize they are, is what I meant.
Where do we go from here?
you investigate. I thought that's what you collectors did.
Yes, there was a more
Yes.
general question to
Seems
figure out what we're going to investigate next.
we have several places that
Rude. He doesn't say that quietly.
You would just rather half.
Yes.
rather what?
Half.
Half elf. Yes. You're very observant.
Doesn't take much to notice that
Does she
Several
treat
of us are.
Selenar?
Selenar.
That-
Yep.
that's awesome that it's up
I
there.
know it's right there.
Differently at all?
She actually hasn't even looked at Selma.
But has she given like us the stink eye?
It's all the
I'm used to that.
And the things that you make a perception so we can roll it down.
Ooh.
Hey,
Perception.
straight 13. Pretty sure I'm not trained.
Yep. I rolled a die.
Probably had a 1 on it.
13.
Probably.
12.
Well,
23.
I was gonna say he's the perceptive
yeah.
one. He knows.
Well, you
I got a
three-
5.
I mean, if it's insight.
You three will notice that, and Drew, I think, I could be wrong about this, because I don't know if you ever said or not, but are you a wood elf?
Yeah.
Okay. So, obviously you're a wood elf. She is very much a high elf.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're looking at Efilas, y'all realize that he also is a wood elf. Even though he kind of has an air and, a position that would suggest maybe he's a high elf, but as you're kind of just looking at him and then you kind of look at the interaction between them, you realize he's actually got some fairly concealed wood. I mean, whatever differences a wood elf versus a
Right.
high elf has, but
Right.
he actually has some wood, it's clear. So yeah, so in that regard, y'all may feel like that has a good bit of her,
It's not her fault.
I'm not gonna go that far.
I think that makes it exactly her
No, I
fault.
mean, it's inborn. Like, she can't help being
Racist?
utterly and completely racist.
I
Yes.
don't know. She's-
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. High elf supremacy. We
Clearly.
understand.
Clearly, you don't need to make an insight check. She definitely looks down upon all of you.
Yeah.
It's
Great.
not. It's not hard to see.
Good.
I mean, she talks in her nose. I mean, she's like this when she talks, and then she doesn't hide her smirks.
Is this entire conversation in Elvish?
I guess once, if she saw that y'all were half elves and he's an elf, everybody here can speak elf. Yeah, she
I'll
would
be
be
an elven
she would be speaking an elf. And
All right.
Efilas would- yeah. I forgot we were all
Yep.
the elf
That's right.
speakers.
I think that's our standard language,
That's
right?
right.
Right.
Yeah.
We all have a
If we
second
start
language.
speaking human, everybody do this, okay?
Yep.
Or common, everybody do
Yep.
that.
Although she probably doesn't approve of the way we speak.
Right.
Elvish.
Though
Oh,
my
definitely
my
not.
accent
Vulgar-
would be very
vulgar
high
Elvish.
elven. Just saying.
Ah,
That's where
okay.
I come from. It's
Oh.
my half.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're still a half.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. My
That
accent
doesn't-
though is on point.
That doesn't make up for it.
No. I'm just saying. Like, if there's a pecking order, it might be a little higher.
Yeah.
Oh, mine's definitely a human accent speaking Elvish.
Anyways. So,
Yeah. So we're all friends.
right.
Yep.
But yes, do we try to figure out what it is? Do we continue working on Minori or Peddlers Guild? What do we do?
Will we find more in Lyris or Arabella than we've found here at the places where it happened, or
Have we found enough here to
to
even go somewhere else?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't exactly want to be leaving already.
I would think, I would hope anyway, you hang around at least for a little while longer. Especially so you can wait to hear what Bran has to say when he
So we can hear from him. There's still the matter of it, whatever it is.
Yes.
It's also the matter of, were we getting paid for this?
There it is.
I just,
She
can't
rolls.
remember.
She rolls her eyes, very noticeably.
I don't give a damn.
No.
That man's gotta get paid.
That's right. And I'm no
No,
longer
we're-
getting paid for my work, so
we're-
might as well get paid for different work.
I mean, we are doing this to save many others, not to mention ourselves.
While losing our livelihoods.
Do you need compensation?
Do you need
Yes.
Do you need
Yes.
your livelihood if you're not around to enjoy it?
What? I plan to be around.
Well, if we don't solve this, then none of us will be.
Yes, but I mean, it might make things easier to. I don't know. What if we do need to travel somewhere?
I could use some fresh equipment.
Oh yes, we were talking about shields. I
Shields.
definitely, and I feel like I could even wear. I think I've gotten used to this armor. I think I could use something heavier.
Bran probably would have no issue with you going to the armory and equipping yourself as you need.
Really?
And I think you've earned that much.
Oh, that would be good. Okay. All right. Well, we'll do that.
If you need supplies such as those, the armory will be happy to equip you with those.
Well, we
If you
probably.
need steeds or mounts, I'm sure the horses could be provided. Now that you've definitely undertaken a lot in service, and I agree. I do agree in some sense that there should be some form of compensation for your work.
Great.
Gotta eat.
Yeah. And not get hit by things.
That too.
Certainly a way to go. Were you hit by many things?
Yes.
Yes.
Repeatedly.
Oh.
I mean, they did not want us to leave.
Can you not? He kind of waved his hands. Protect yourself.
We. I targets. I've been remembering how. I haven't used some of these spells since I was trained in them.
I detect an aura from at least two of you in here, but I figured you could.
I protect myself.
What is this? Is this? I have never seen that incantation.
That's what I'm there for.
So
People do it.
Protect them.
Oh.
I have ways of protecting myself.
I don't know. Maybe.
When she says, "Don't you have ways of protecting yourself?" I finally make eye contact with her.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't her talking. That was
Oh.
Efilas. Yeah. She's not interested in what you have to say. She's
She's already done with
She's
it.
looking at the board again.
Sorry, I was.
This
hoping we
conversation's over as far as she's concerned.
Yes.
But he's, well, people do it differently. So
I shot
probably
lightning
haven't-
from my hands.
He did do
Is
that.
that like that?
yeah, that is.
I didn't know I could do that actually.
How much lightning?
I don't know. It just kept coming.
In one continuous stream?
Well, a crackle. Yeah.
Crackle. Another crackle. And
No, like it just an arc just maintained with the big man.
Yeah.
So you would have hit like him and him and him and her and him all in one shot.
No, it just like between me and that one man, just there was a lightning. It was strange. Like that? Is that protecting?
That is not.
It didn't feel like
That
protecting.
is not protection. That is, in fact, the opposite of protection.
Well, in a way,
Oh,
it is
that's
protecting.
fair.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, if you want to go to the armory, feel free to
Oh yes, that
identify yourselves.
would be good.
And then, obviously, check back in as much as you need.
Do you know when Admiral Stormraven is expected back?
I do not. I would think he'd be back today sometime, but it depends on what's happening there.
Of course.
He's not supposed to be there except as it pertains to the Vanishing. The king has sent other counselors there or advisors there to deal with the military aspect of it, although Admiral Stormraven could certainly equip himself in that regard, but
Of course.
he may be gone for a couple days, or he might be back today sometime. Hopefully, back today sometime.
Well, then perhaps we outfit ourselves and continue trying to track down it
Yes.
and Chimali and whatever these.
Chimali's henchman. Some chance that she shows here.
Well, see what headway we can make there while we wait for Stormraven to return.
All right. Well, Efilas, it's nice to see you again.
You too.
Will you?
Yep, that's as far as that goes.
Will you be able to get word to us when he returns?
I can, as long as you tell me where you're going to be.
I may or may not still be in my shop.
Your shop, huh?
Well, it depends on if I can get any work done.
Good luck.
Yep.
Do you have quarters at your shop? Do you stay there?
Well, I just use my bedroll.
Perhaps I will stay with you if that's
Sure, there's
Right.
plenty of floor space.
well then.
So are we breaking up for now?
You can find me.
What? Oh
well,
no, just for at night.
Yes, if we're resting, if we're done for the day.
We all arrive
Perhaps I will.
mid-morning, so it's like
Yeah.
mid-morning.
Yes.
It's
So if he arrives in the night, sometime
okay.
in the night, perhaps
I see. You're just
Being
making
there
a
would be-
contingency
Oh,
plan.
make it easier
Ah.
to find.
Yes.
So you
both
want
of
to
us
go
at
from
once.
here to your shop?
I do have a lot of work, and I didn't get a whole lot done while we were out.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I remember bringing something. I forget what it was, and I didn't work on it at all. Preoccupied.
You were just gonna work on it en route, right? It's
I
fine.
was, and then I
Yeah,
completely
the-
forgot about it on the way back. But
Yeah.
the whole murder
Well,
guy.
we got up to some
With
other
lightning.
things. Well, suppose we'll be making a stop at the armory then.
Yes. Oh, yes. As he's walking out, he's already starting to take off his leather armor that he found off one of the cultists.
For he was wearing the cultist armor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, should trade that in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably a good idea.
We're same many markings on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Scratch those
still.
off.
Yep.
We head to the armory.
Right at the armory. You get to the armory. They first wonder what you're doing there, and then when they realize who you are,
We're
Collectors.
you know,
Yeah. And
kind of a big deal.
and it's an armory, so I mean it's it's all the basics as far as weapons and armor and things you have. So
So is it like as much as you can carry kind of deal?
Yeah.
We'll just
no,
skip. Let you scoop.
as you need.
Scoop it into the
It's
cart.
not like take it up and then walk down.
Like,
to
I might
the,
want one of
blacksmith
these
shop
and one of
sell it all.
these.
No,
And then come back and get
That's
more.
kind of what I was wondering. Is how we're getting paid, right?
Just take
We're getting
whatever
paid
you
in
want.
stuff.
Take anything
throw-
you want from the armory.
Throw on that suit of plate they've got in the corner of it.
Walk out and be like, I don't know what happened, but I need another one.
Yeah. Yeah, that one broke. I don't know.
It's faulty, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna need.
Is
You
there
get a
a
warranty.
great sword in here? That's 50 gold.
Actually, the question is:
Yeah,
Is there
so
any kind
are
of
they just
limit
like-
that we're looking at, either
Yeah,
in
are they
stuff
like-
or you want to do a price limit?
Are they giving us anything on the
Yeah,
list,
is it,
or
or a number
are
of
they...
things we can be like. There's a few
Like,
things
can I
could
swap
use.
out my leather for studded leather?
I need at least 2 horses for myself.
One just to carry stuff.
Ooh, a spyglass. Got a 1,000 gold spyglass?
And the DM never said they'll outfit you
Nope.
again for the rest of the
There's
campaign.
not a thousand gold eyeglass in here. I mean, think about it like it's an armory for soldiers. Yeah.
So definitely has.
studded leather, not a problem.
All right.
They can definitely trade you out.
I'll give them my leather armor for studded leather armor.
High chain scale as far as medium armor?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Ooh,
Okay.
scale?
Put on some scale.
Yeah.
And I'll trade in my leather. They can have.
Disadvantage. Who cares?
Disadvantage?
On
Yeah, they
stealth?
won't,
Yeah.
they won't go up to.
This is not a stealth party, is it?
No.
Well,
No.
as per
Whoa,
usual,
whoa,
there's
whoa.
part
Whoa.
stealth.
See?
And as per usual, the rest is not.
No stealth, there's no healing. We know how this goes.
Yep. We run in and fight stuff, and we kill it
You
fast
can
enough that
you
we
can
don't.
run in and fight stuff with stealth.
That is quite true.
But why?
I mean, I can
They
think
don't
of
know
like
you're there and they don't hit you.
I want
few
them. I
reasons.
want them to know I'm there.
Oh, that's...
I want them to know it's me.
Yep, that's, yep.
We
That's how
get
Bannon
the-
like
we
to do
get
it
the
too.
shield too.
Yes, actually.
Yeah, I want to grab a small shield. I want what's behind Mike's shoulder. One of those.
Yeah, this is a little.
a little
Oh, yeah.
Kalha for buckler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nice.
Scale mail. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's
Disadvantage on stealth. Whatever.
Yeah, we'll work our way up to breastplate at some point.
Yep.
No, I mean, what are you doing wearing medium?
That's what That's what I had when I came here.
I mean, I'm just
What?
saying.
No, that's what I started with. Or no, wait.
I mean, do they have any heavy? Come on.
Isn't
Well,
I thought chainmail
actually-
was heavy.
So
Chainmail's heavy.
wait,
chain
I started
shirts.
with chain mail,
Yeah, so it's 16.
but
I don't know if you have any
scale
dexterity.
mail.
they won't go past. I mean, they'll go to ring.
14 plus.
They go chain.
Yeah,
Oh.
I assumed anything beyond that was a
Yeah.
later game.
So actually, scale mail is just better than chain
Depending on.
if you have a decent dex mod.
Actually, it's the same. Scale's the same as chain, because you
Oh,
can have
maximum
maximum plus
Okay.
two
Yeah.
from dex.
Well, but it's a 13 versus 14 starting point.
No, not chain shirt, chain mail.
Yeah, chain mail.
Yeah. Okay.
Chain mail
So
is
I have
16.
no reason to change. Okay.
Yeah, there's
never
no reason for you to.
Nope.
And you get disadvantage either way, so that's fun.
mind. Okay.
The only thing is it's lighter, which I'm assuming does not matter.
No, it's later.
Like for me, oh man, this stuff is so heavy.
So they don't have any split mail. Okay.
No.
Why don't you stock full plate mail? What kind of armory is this?
Don't prepare your soldiers at all.
How many warhammers do they have on the wall?
How many were
Many Warhammer?
Yeah, do they have a rack of warhammers?
Pack of Warhammers?
Yes. I don't know if there was a cultural predisposition toward fighters wanting warhammers.
There are quite a few Warhammers all over the wall. You're in the wrong part of the
Wrong part of the world.
Of the world for that.
I mean,
Right.
the town
But
was
it's-
saved
go
by
for
a
it.
couple
Garwin's
warhammers.
realm. Go towards Garwin, yeah.
There's not a lot of swords. There's a lot of warhammers.
A lot of drunken brawlers for some reason.
Nah. He did not advocate that.
My AC is now equivalent to Brandon's.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, it's super easy, dude.
Do they have a
Yeah.
spear?
Yeah.
Add it to the collection, just in case. I mean, you never
know
know.
when you need a
You
spear,
might
that's
need a
right.
spear.
That's right.
There was once this dragonborn who carried 2 spears in each hand.
Yeah.
And then he picked up this unique foreign weapon from
Yeah.
somewhere.
It was real good.
And he called it a Yokowa, but
Yep.
nobody actually understood what that meant. He
Yep.
didn't really understand what
Right.
that meant either. But
Yep. And at one
How
point
many
he had a
daggers
bunch
is
of
it
javelins,
possible
but then
to
he
carry?
dropped them in the river.
yeah, he threw those down the river. We didn't need them anymore.
I mean, I've got two.
Yeah.
To,
To what?
he's asking how many daggers are reasonable to carry.
As many as you can fit
But
on your person.
the rogue that I played in your campaign had
Yeah.
14.
14.
Yeah, well, he's
That's
a
a-
ranged
that's a good
like
number.
knife thrower.
Yeah.
Strap them around.
Strap them on.
strap
You
'em
got
around.
different like sleeves and
One
Yep,
up the
sleeves,
sleeve, one
boots.
down.
along the
I
ribs.
had-
They're all throwing knives.
Yeah.
Back,
Alright,
yeah,
I'm gonna
under there.
10 daggers.
10 daggers.
10 daggers.
Alright.
When they're not looking, if I have to slide a hand, I'll roll.
That's alright. They're okay with 10 daggers.
You're just like taking them one by one, watching to see if they stop him.
Waiting the
When
when,
guys are leaning against the wall with spears, man.
when is this no longer okay?
I'm looking at the great sword. I'm not taking it. I keep looking at it.
This guy came in, he put 10 daggers and a greatsword. You don't understand it.
Yeah.
And then it's in a silver plate. You don't
Must,
understand how
must be a mighty fighter. All right. Okay, so we did that.
Get outfitted.
We've done that part of the plan. Wait, was there a second part of this plan?
Nope.
I think we get some horses and ride
Go,
out.
go get stuff.
Ride till we can't. No more.
Nice.
Low hanging
He
fruit.
was like, I'm going insane anyway,
Yep.
it doesn't matter.
I'm vanishing, so might as well vanish in style.
All right.
So what is the plan?
I don't know either.
So right now, are we really just waiting for
Him to come back.
Yeah.
Storm Raven to come back.
Storm Raven to come back?
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, because it'd be good to know, like,
checking on our different contacts in town and just see if any news has
Yeah.
cropped up or
Yeah.
I mean, more robberies, more
Yeah.
any of that kind of activity to follow up on.
I mean, we could try to press someone in the Peddlers Guild. I mean, I doubt we're getting all the way up to Chunali.
Yeah.
Did I say that name? Was that the
Jamali.
name? Dang, it was close. It was really
Yeah.
close.
You said Somali.
No, I said Chunali.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, whatever.
They're next to each other. M and N. They're yeah.
Yeah. It's the same.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we see if we can't find some people moving up the chain of the Peddlers Guild?
And actually, how connected are the merchants and peddlers guilds?
Not
I didn't think
connected.
so, but I was didn't know.
We're not looking at the merchants in the Peddlers Guild.
No, I know, but I mean, I've got connections to the merchants, so I know that would help.
The Peddlers Guild was originally formed as an idea to basically bring down merchants.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
no.
it's not friendly.
But
Okay.
then it was like, we can't compete with them on their level, so we're going to try to do this a different way.
But then in that case, I mean, they're competitors. So would the merchants guild potentially have information on the Peddlers Guild? I can go find out. I guess is the answer. There we go.
Yeah.
Ravi knows his plan. Go get yelled at and ask questions.
Usually does well.
I mean,
Also,
well, I suppose I could go ask Master Halwyn, excuse me, if he knows anything about the Peddlers Guild, or if the Merchants Guild does. Maybe get some work done while I'm at it.
I can check with the Adventurers Guild and see if any information's come in.
do we want to follow up with Blendy at all
What?
on what was going on there?
Probably good. See if we can get more
Yeah.
information about our not merchant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what did our other guy, Crescent Hair, Meelan, do
Milan.
when he got back to town?
Yeah, actually, where did all three of them
Yeah,
say they were
we
going,
probably
or did they
should
come
not-
with
just
us? Yeah, I mean,
let them wander
Well, y'all
away.
dropped Carol off.
At his farm, yeah.
Yeah.
that's right. I'm sorry.
So
Yes,
Neil
that's
and
right.
Lindy were right here. Well, they know they're not collectors, so they wouldn't be allowed in the room. So
Right.
they said, "We'll
Bye.
see you in town somewhere." And
Okay.
they,
Peace out.
yeah. But over the course of those 7 days, you were traveling with Lindy.
Probably chatted a little bit.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
got the
about
impression
what?
she told you
Everything.
as much
Okay.
as she knew, and she wouldn't hold anything back. She was,
Yeah.
um,
Okay. But we do know where to find them if we, or we know where we've seen them around if we need to find them.
And I forget, is Minori part of the Merchants Guild? Oh, okay. She's an outside merchant.
She's an outland merchant.
Got it.
Yeah.
Ah, it says it right there.
Yeah.
It even says it right
Right there.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just words.
I typed those words.
And yeah, she
Okay.
would typically kind of pass
Travel
through,
That still seems like
come
something
through,
that
go off to the north, come back from the north, and back
Yeah, I
down
wanna know.
and through. But yeah, good to.
But yes, I think I'll go chat with Master Halwyn.
That sounds like a good place
See
to
if
start.
I still have a shop. Might not be sleeping in a shop.
We can find somewhere else if need be.
Okay. That's what Robbie's doing.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what I was doing. Staying at the gate talking all over them.
Yeah.
Robbie heads off to the city.
Yeah,
We all stay
put
at
on
the
my
gate. Like,
scale
so where
mail,
are you
which
going?
is-
Where are they
this is
going?
crazy stuff.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, you're a paladin.
Yeah, I mean, I know what I'm part of what I'm doing. Is resuming my normal activity because
That's
the
true.
people need
That's true.
my help.
Yeah, and if you say you're resuming your normal activities, then I know what you're doing.
Yeah, and I will,
But again,
and then maybe also, just kind of ask around if I try to keep my ear to the ground as I go around in the South Ward for any other robberies or rumors about, and if I come across people who I've talked to in the past who I know are a little more aware of what goes on around the city, maybe lean on them a little bit more, see if they've heard anything about the Peddlers Guild or Chamali's people or any of these robberies or sort of that other kind of sphere of stuff that we were looking into, at the very least trying to get a sense for, did anything happen while we were gone
Okay.
down in this part of the city.
What's the Farron doing?
I am going to be returning to the library and continuing my research, speaking to Efilas. No, Master Halwyn.
Halwyn.
Harwyn.
Halwyn? I haven't-
Harwyn is
Oh,
the
Harwyn was the
librarian.
guild.
And Helen.
Oh, there
I
was.
gave him another name in the
Oh.
cast of characters couldn't remember.
Oh.
Whoops.
Actually, we
Arwen?
mean.
What
someone
is
else.
it? What is the name?
Aldithia Van Falor.
That's way better.
Yeah.
All right.
And now no crossover.
That's so distinct from the other name.
Also a half elf.
Eldithia?
A lot of
Everyone's a half elf.
Yeah.
Half elf.
We didn't have a whole lot of
Eldithia.
No,
where
but now
did
it's
these all
like
come
we're
from?
all. There's just elves everywhere.
300 years, you know?
Yeah.
It's a lot of-
Making
Van.
elves just
A lot of
half
peace,
elves became.
procreation.
How do you
That's
spell it?
true. That was a lot of peace.
Faeel.
Probably what it was.
Faelor.
Humans being humans.
Yeah.
Lor. Yep.
Okay, great. Is that a man or a woman?
Questionable.
She. So
She.
Woman.
Wow, that changed a lot. All right.
While you were gone, the old librarian got fired.
Yeah, somebody new came in.
Yeah,
She's
Master,
actually-
All right.
Master
She's
Harwin's no longer with us.
She's actually the owner.
So I'm gonna hang out with Master Eldithia Van Falar.
Master Aldithia.
Yep, as I always have.
Right.
And I'm going to see if anything has been happening in the town and continue my research, see if she's found out anything about what I had been getting myself into prior to the vanishing.
Alright. And Selenar's doing what?
Adventurers Guild, gonna check in with Eric.
Okay.
Sell 5 knives.
And then actually, I'm probably gonna I'm gonna accompany Robbie on the way down just to make sure
I may
it's
get.
not too much trouble.
Yeah, because I am very awkwardly clinking into scale mill as this is like I can wear it. I am proficient.
Quite an
I'm
upgrade.
surprised by how comfortable it is.
Yeah, not bad.
Because
Right?
considering the leather a week ago was awkward. Yeah,
Life changes.
life changes, especially when you get more levels.
You look good. You look tough.
What? Really?
Yeah.
It feels weird. It's
Oh,
so
you look-
loud.
You look scary.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, what about when I get the shield out and the dagger? With like this?
Whoa.
Is that also Talhofer buckler?
You start
No, just a little round shield. Yeah.
start shooting out lightning with that shield in front of you. That'll be.
Oh. Oh no,
That's
that,
scary.
I don't know. I don't know. Can you put this back on my back?
Here you go.
Thank you.
Raven.
I went for a little one.
What's your name?
Mm,
Robbie.
he would have introduced himself, but he probably still calls him Robbie.
Okay.
So if you wanted to, full name, like you're in trouble.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got everything else.
Yeah.
He uses the middle name.
Raven.
Yes.
Put that away.
What? He
You're
is.
going to scare the customers.
Well, sorry, it's for my protection. We've gotten a lot of big fights.
Where have you been?
I thought did I not tell you?
You said you might be gone for a little while.
Yeah, and we're back. We just got back from the Dagger Spine Mountain, the mountains, and Minori tried to kill us. And then not herself. She had her henchmen try to do it.
Do you know how much work has piled up while you've been gone?
Yes, I didn't get a chance to do any. But
No.
I took this brooch with me, and it's like half done. I could probably finish it today. I'll need to take the armor off, though. I think it'll get in the way. But I came actually about something else. Master Halwyn, we need to know about the Peddlers Guild. We think that we think that
He's like,
clink 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 clink.
you're in the streets like outside. Inside.
Are you joining us, Selenar? Or are you just dropping me off?
Yeah, I'll come for the one.
Chink clink 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 clink. Come on. This is my friend Selenar.
Yes, I've seen him around.
Yeah.
He's
Is
who
this?
you're associating with now, huh?
Oh, he's one of the 4 that also vanished. Well, there was more than 4 that vanished, but now.
Yes.
Well, I can't tell you. Yes, and so.
He like points at the counter and you see there's like some stuff piled up on the counter.
Oh. Where are we?
Oh, you went to the shop.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Oh, were you
I was
to
going to the
the
Merchants Guild to
too?
find him.
You didn't find him there.
Ah, and so I went to the shop.
The shop.
And that's where he was. Perfect.
It's like,
It's okay. Yeah. Wow. Just left that out?
well, it's been locked up.
Oh, good.
I haven't hired anybody else, although if you've been gone.
No,
this
no,
long,
there's no need to. I'll take care of it.
I mean, it's a
And
lot
I look to
take
see if
care
there's
of.
any, notes with them as far as
Oh
what
yeah,
needs to get done.
that's like orders basically, because he's written stuff down.
And I kind of calculate how long I think it'll take.
I mean, it probably took the week that you've been gone to do all this stuff.
I can take care of it. Yeah.
So you're gonna be in town this week.
Oh yes, we're waiting for Mr. Stormraven to come back.
Mr. Storm.
We're not
Excuse
really
Master Stormraven.
Stormraven.
Yes.
What have you gotten yourself into?
I don't know, but we think that the Peddlers Guild and Chamali are a part of it, and it has to do with the Vanishing. And so I was wondering, if since the Peddlers Guild and the Merchants Guild don't really get along, if we know some things about them, like Selenar, what is it that we need to know about them? We didn't talk about that part.
Well, kind of.
Like, are they devious?
You know about them
Oh, yeah.
would be helpful. We're kind of looking for the bad stuff because that would probably be closely tied.
Chamali runs a criminal enterprise.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. We've been trying to
She
follow
has like
these
a fortress
crimes.
in the mountains.
Oh, and yeah, Minori has a fortress in the mountains.
I don't know who that is, but people.
Oh, sorry.
Probably a dwarf, I would guess, then, right?
No, was she human?
Yeah.
No, she's a human lady. She's a one of those Outlander merchants. But she comes through like all the time. It seemed like she was maybe a big deal.
What's she look like?
I describe her as best I can from the 4 minutes we saw her a week ago.
I mean, I could describe any number of people, but I might know who you're talking about. I'd have to ask.
Yeah,
I'd have to ask some folks.
She's
But
kind of evil. I watch
what
out.
does she have to do with you getting your work done?
So, I told you I took the brooch to work on, and we went.
And you didn't work on it.
Well, I didn't get around to it because we went and we were going into the mountains because that's where the tracks were going, and we found these evil they follow snake people. I don't remember. It was something about poison, and we fought them. I didn't kill anybody, and then we went into the mountains, and then her eagle bear group clan captured us, and they took us to the fortress, and they locked us up. And she came and we talked to her, and she talked to us, and she wasn't mean, she wasn't nice. And then she left, and she said, you know what to do with them, in a very scary voice. And that's when they tried to kill us, which is why I haven't been able to get my work done. But she shouldn't be allowed back in the city because she seems pretty bad, right?
And if we don't figure this out, I mean, Robbie and I will be dead.
Right, and right. But we think that she and maybe Chamali have stuff to do with it, and that's where the burglaries come in, because there's been stealings, and we figure like she and maybe the Peddlers Guild, maybe they're working together. So do we know anything about what they're targeting? Do we keep track of that?
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to the merchants.
Good. Yeah.
You're gonna get that work done.
All right. Yes.
Master Selenar, I do appreciate you making sure he made it back here. I don't think he needs your assistance anymore, though.
Well, no. Yeah. I don't. I assume you're not very. I mean, we've traded jewels before, but I cut. He doesn't. I don't think he'd cut his own if otherwise.
And favor
Thank you.
about this Minori?
Minori.
Minori.
Yeah, no, she seems like she's
Does she have a last name?
sure.
Does she have a title?
That's, Haru. Yeah, Minori Haru. Haru.
Minori Haru.
Right, and then it's the Dragonelle Mountains.
And
Of course,
she
you
has
know
a
where those are.
connection to Chamali.
Potentially, that's what we're trying to see.
A merchant.
Right.
A merchant like us.
Like us, but except really evil.
More of a
Merchant like-
criminal type.
Right.
Merchant like us.
Right,
That's
more like a-
dealing with a Chamali.
Because she's more like a peddler than
to
a merchant.
make everybody go crazy.
Yes.
This is what we're going with.
No, I mean, yes. She tried to kill us, so she seems more like in the peddler realm than the merchant realm.
Did she try to kill you just because you were like in her property?
Well, I don't know. It wasn't so much a property as it was like a citadel.
I mean, people have citadels. It's
Well, like with
usually
an
the rich
but
people.
like with an army. And they had like flying. What were the flying creatures? It was not a very scary flying creature.
Yeah, were those griffins? Is that what those are called?
They're hippogriffs.
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 Right,
Yeah,
right,
that's it.
right. Hippogriffs. Like how many? You know, who
You're in
just
the
has?
mount- you're
But
in
who
the-
just has
Well,
hippogriffs?
you're in the mountains, so hippogriffs are somewhat common in the mountains.
But people riding hippogriffs?
If they tamed them as mounts, yes.
Oh. But anyway, she tried to kill us, but we didn't do anything.
We asked the wrong questions.
What?
Well,
I thought we asked good questions.
Well, she didn't like what we were asking.
Oh.
So you want me to go ask more questions?
Well, I wouldn't ask her. She's mean.
Well,
I don't know who she is. so
Right.
I'm not
No,
gonna ask her.
but I would. But yeah. But I might ask around about her because she's pretty connected to some evil stuff. There were thugs. We caught a thug, and he worked for her, and she has plans, bad plans. I need a drink.
All right.
But yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be great. And I'll work on this. I'll work on it right now.
Yeah, you will.
Of course. Great.
Got a lot of yes.
I'll take care of it.
Turns
I'll be on my way.
He
Thank you.
turns and walks out.
Bye. Bye. Start working my way out of the scale just so I can work. Go lay it on the floor. And I work the rest of the afternoon. Yep.
Library.
He doesn't want you to hang out with your friends anymore.
I know.
Yes.
Dad.
You do anything besides library?
At the library, no.
Definitely.
I'm a hermit.
Okay.
I like that entire.
I am researching myself using my own notes.
I'll give you it's a surprise to see you when you first come in.
That was completely made up.
To you. It's been a little while.
Was that the monitor?
There was a squeaking chair. I would say.
Okay.
I assumed you had left the city again.
I had left the city. Actually, a strange series of things occurred related to me becoming a victim of the Vanishing.
Oh yeah.
So
Did you have another bout?
I did not. However, I did become a collector for the city.
Okay.
So I am working with Efilas and Bran Stormraven. Yes, to collect evidence and get some idea of how
Well,
this.
it's like a seeker. Oh,
It's
I
a
see.
seeker who's done something.
Oh, alright.
So we've captured one of the thieves, which allowed Efilas to get some information, and then we use that information to follow a lead into the Dragon Spine Mountains.
Oh,
And we found.
you don't usually go west when you move.
I've never gone west. I always go east.
So you've told me.
Yes, I go home. I don't think that I'll see that place for a good long time now. I don't know. I don't know that it is home anymore. The path that you are on life. It isn't laid out before you, but it becomes evident in its experience. And I find myself on this path now.
So you really are seeking the cause of this contagion.
It's either that or die from it.
Oh, that's fair.
I feel
So you've recovered all your memories then?
none of them. I've recovered none of them still.
Well, maybe that'll help you in some way.
Having not recovered them? What do you mean?
Makes the path forward easier if you can't remember anything behind you.
Yeah. I feel like it's telling then allows you context forward, but perhaps you're right. There's someone raising an army. They're not good.
That's a shame.
It's
It's been less and less of that in our lives.
it's strange. It's strange to have
Well, the whole histories.
everybody had an army,
People
but
did that all the time.
that's not so now. So if somebody's trying to form an army, then that means that there's something greater happening here.
Seems problematic.
It is certainly a problem. Hopefully it's one that can be dealt with in the near term by some more powerful and well connected than ourselves. But if I can play a role in helping those people, then it seems reasonable and self-serving to do so.
Well, what are you doing here?
I need to get information about my past so that I can be more engaged with where I'm going for my future.
What if you find out about your past that you would not want to engage with your future?
What do you know that you're not telling me?
I know nothing besides what you told me.
What did I tell you before the vanishing?
Everything you know now.
I'm gonna do an insight check. Yeah, I did an insight check. She's definitely honest and forthcoming, so that's good.
It's always been.
Yep. So what was I looking at before the vanishing? I know we've been through this, but I need to go through it one more time.
Again?
Every day until I find out what was happening. I must have been onto something, or else I wouldn't have been attacked. I was separate from everybody else. Everybody else was near to each other.
Should we start from the beginning?
Yes.
And let me get a cup of hot tea. Would you like some?
Yes.
She goes get some tea. Okay. Alright, let's start from the beginning. She starts from the beginning. If you want to make another sanity roll, you can.
Oh, great.
He's gonna make one of these, folks.
7.
Not today.
Never mind.
It's just a blur.
Yep.
You do feel like she's telling you everything that you talked about in the past, and it just is not ringing.
It's not connecting.
It's just not ringing any bells. Right?
Clearly lying, but telling the truth.
Yep.
She just doesn't know.
I'm never gonna make one of these sanity checks.
You've made the ones that matter.
It's true.
I mean, if nothing else.
That's true. You're not going insane.
I remember my entire history, but it's driving me insane.
See, that's why you don't want to know.
I'd rather be in your shoes.
Yep.
Oh dear.
It's better not to remember.
So while y'all talk for us today.
Yeah.
What'd you say your name?
I was
Do your thing.
doing my regular thing, but yeah, kind of chatting with people down there to catch up on if anything happened while we were gone, and sort of nudging or keeping my ear out for anything related to the Peddlers Guild or robbery attempts, anything that's gone on in this part of the city that might be.
Roll an investigation.
Ooh. Sure. Oh, it's all right. 16.
Show off.
I can roll a double-digit number.
A 16?
I've gotten one of those tonight.
So you hear throughout the course of the afternoon, doing
Handing things
talking
out,
to people,
right?
and
Yeah.
most people just are talking about everyday things.
Yeah.
But you hear two things. One thing you hear is that somebody mentions the admiral was down in this part of town 2 days ago, which is not unique, but certainly unusual. And he seemed to be spending quite a bit of time, and you figure out that they're talking about the road that Shamali's guild house, the Peddlers Guild, sits on.
Okay.
And that he seemed to be doing laps, basically, around that street in that neighborhood. So that's the first thing that you hear that's stood out. And like yesterday, he wasn't back. People didn't see him, and so it was just. And then the second thing that you hear is that, and actually Drew Selenar, you hear through the grapevine of the Adventurers Guild that an unknown but a very richly dressed, overly bejeweled man was actually seen exiting the guild, the Peddlers Guild warehouse. Which again, people dressed that way generally don't tend to that part of the city. But he was leaving the Peddlers Guild warehouse, and that happened on multiple occasions. So it wasn't just one day; it's happened a few days within the past week. And you hear that from just like street people talking about, man, you see that guy? He was just and you hear it from Erica saying, we had a visitor, and he's clearly not from around here because nobody knew who he was, but he was dressed such and such, and I haven't been able to figure out who he is, but it was unusual to see somebody like that visiting Chamali. If Chamali is in fact there, because we hardly ever see Chamali, but we're assuming Chamali is there, visiting the warehouse at the very least. So that's what you both hear through different sources in the South Ward. So, and again, it takes up a good part of the day for both of you between Selenar and Robbie, and then Robbie working. He doesn't come back, by the way.
Well, yeah,
The rest of the day.
it's going to take a while to get that information. And we got a lot of work to do.
But you
So,
are.
Information,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I trust him,
Of course.
and he trusts me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do anything at night.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to study and read through the night.
Okay.
Keep working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell off a crossbow. This is not from the armory. This is from our adventures.
All right.
Gotta make your money.
How's that gonna work going forward? Do you get a percentage or?
It's usually half or less,
Yeah.
just
Okay.
depending on.
I'll take it.
I don't know what the crossbow is.
Crossbow's pretty. Was it light or heavy?
I just wrote down crossbow.
Was it picked up off of somebody you killed?
Yes.
It was a hand crossbow then.
Okay.
Oh, can I have that?
Wow.
Are you sure?
I can't use it.
I was gonna say that's the most expensive, or the least expensive, but that is the most expensive.
Hand crossbows. Okay, they're more.
Apparently, yeah, because they're smaller.
Yeah, harder to make.
It's because of the ballista thing.
Yeah.
It's a miniaturized ballista.
Yeah.
It's the magic that goes.
35 gold for it.
All right.
That's good.
And I'm gonna buy some fine clothes.
You can hold a lot of those.
And some nice wine. And I'm gonna
getting dressed
go
up
take a bath.
and going drinking.
Take a bath. It's been a week.
Enjoy the finer things.
Yeah, it's been over a week since you've had a bath.
Oh man!
Yes,
Wow.
I'm well aware.
Living the high elf life.
Yeah. Me and Bran. Is it Bran?
Bran.
Yep.
Storm Raven.
Storm Raven. Yeah.
Yep.
That's how we do.
High elves.
Call my high elf.
Yeah.
Anybody else doing anything?
I got too much work to do.
I'm gonna go back to Ravi's shop.
He's busily tinkering away.
The scale mail is splayed across the floor. The shield just on top of it. And I'm working from the project I think will take the least time to the one that takes the most time.
Uh oh. Breaking the room. It's bad, awful TV. Oh man. Wow.
Now who can't roll double-digit numbers?
Go back and sit down.
Yeah. I was gonna get up,
Is
but
there something
never
you
mind.
wanted we can get you?
Yeah.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Can we get you anything?
It's okay. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Okay. Yeah. Tinkering away at something.
Don't let me disturb you. I know you were concerned
Yes.
about your.
Oh yes, I've got a lot of work to get done over the last. All of this just points to the entire table filled with
That
projects.
that is a good amount of work.
Yes.
Sorry that we kept you from it.
Oh well, I mean, I should be able to get it done in. Get back to work.
Did your master
How
know
would-
anything about?
No, he'd never heard of Minori, but he's gonna check, and I think he's gonna see if there's a connection between her and the Peddlers Guild, or him and her and the Peddlers Guild. Yes.
There were some visitors down in this part of town when we were gone.
I would imagine.
Unusual.
Oh,
unusual visitors.
I gotcha.
The admiral was down here.
Oh, I thought he was in.
keeping an eye on. Well,
Bridgeport.
before he left,
Oh,
keeping an eye on. Well, it sounds like he was keeping an eye on Shamali's place.
for good reason.
I wonder if he knows anything more. We'll have to ask him about that when he returns.
Oh yes. Well, hopefully
also-
everything's okay.
But also a man, a very unusually well dressed man,
Oh.
visited the peddler's warehouse several times
Hmm.
while we were gone, and he apparently stuck out. He's very
Oh yeah. That
ornately dressed.
doesn't sound like the Peddlers Guild usually has fine people.
No. So we might.
What did some of
Have
the
to-
jewelry look like?
have to
Maybe
look
I worked
into-
on it. I mean, probably not. If he's that rich, he probably didn't come here.
Well, let me think about this description I got. Did they note any particular thing? They were just like he's wearing a bunch of jewelry.
Yeah, so he had
there,
like,
there
he
were
had like an earring, and he had like, cuffs, and he was.
And he probably wouldn't look at it with enough detail for me to know if it was my work.
No.
nothing extremely defining. Like just generally, he was decked out, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just
Oh,
apparently
right.
he had a lot
yeah,
of.
No,
just-
sorry. A lot of people don't. I mean, I notice. It's just something because I work on this a lot. So
I just heard he was passing through
Oh.
this part of town. And
you
made-
should tell
made
him to
several,
come here.
Made several visits.
I could work on. I could work on his jewelry, and then maybe I could find out
Perhaps
stuff about
perhaps
his
that's the way
connection
to
with the Peddlers Guild.
get him here.
Yeah.
How do you usually get clients, get business?
Master Howen brings me the work and the clients to work on the things like these.
So maybe if he knew there was a gentleman in town who was frequenting this part of the city who obviously had an interest in fine jewelry and might be willing to purchase some, perhaps he could.
Right. I'll ask Master Howen, because maybe Master Howen will see the connection with the Peddlers Guild, and so because he seemed a little suspicious of it at first. I think he just wanted me to work.
I suppose you can't blame him for thinking of his business.
Yeah, of course.
But if he's able to get us some kind of connection with this man, maybe
that'd be great.
Will lead us to something that we don't yet know.
Right.
So you still have a job. Everything.
I have many jobs.
Everything was fine.
Well,
it
still feels questionable.
Well, but you needn't have worried.
Well, Master Howen didn't seem happy. He wasn't yelling for the most part, which seemed pretty good.
And he wanted you to continue working.
Well, right.
Which is good.
Right. Yeah. For now.
And he values you enough to want you to continue.
I think I do good work. I've been doing it for about a decade, so I'm pretty okay at it.
Everything is okay.
Well, we'll see.
Do you mind where I?
No, anywhere. Just clear some space, whatever you need to. The floor is actually relatively clean. Like there's tools and stuff around the floor.
That's about the only clear space.
Yeah, exactly. Everything else is
all surfaces
tools and and it's a redundancy of tools. Like he's got like he's probably got a collection of 2 or 3 or 4 different jewelers' toolkits just spread out, and of course he's got his one that he travels with. But it's up there.
I'll find a spot on the floor. And
I'll lock the doors for the night. Keep working until I'm tired.
Okay. Before we wake up the next morning.
Oh boy.
We die.
Everybody make a stand.
Oh man, we need to stop sleeping. Ooh, all right.
Do I make one since I'm not sleeping?
Yep.
Okay.
Because you're still.
Let's use the Tides of Chaos to try that again.
Yes. Right.
It's better.
That's better.
Better than a 3.
It is better than the 3.
Hopefully this isn't
How do we do?
critical. Not well.
Alright.
Yep.
Selenar.
4.
Good.
Alright.
I don't get a plus anymore, right? 11 is not.
No, 11 has no plus.
That'll be a straight 4.
I'm about to lose my plus.
Okay, let's see.
I'm about to get a minus.
22.
Well, the rest of us are gonna die. 6.
Okay.
9.
Alright.
Wait. I did better than the 3 of you combined.
Combined.
Oh no.
I hope you're ready for a new party.
Oh no.
Okay. So everybody take a yield -1 sanity.
Yep.
Good.
You guys.
So let's see.
Hold it together.
Did really
So
well last night.
Does that make you at a 10 now?
Yes, it
Okay.
does.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
Oh.
And
I'm 11.
Robbie's 11. And the Farron is
9.
Oh boy. There it is. There's the
That's
single
the thing.
digit.
That's it. Yep.
I think that's.
the
I feel like that's
a problem.
That's the spot.
Oh man.
Oh yep.
Did you use the
Oh.
cup?
Here
What?
Did you use the cup?
Oh, the book.
No.
Here comes the book.
Oh shit.
Things are
Good.
Uh-oh.
You knew it was gonna be me first, right? Like we
Yeah.
all knew that
well, I
this
thought
was.
Selenar was catching up.
I mean, he was.
You can catch up, but I had a head start.
He made a strong bid to get you, but.
You're a hard man to beat, Mike.
Uh-oh.
clearly something has affected you again. Mm-hmm. Again, you feel like you had that dream that you can't remember, but otherwise you're, slept on the floor tonight, and otherwise you feel, yeah. So you're studying through the night. You kind of go through that. It's not really a trance for you, but it's whatever happens when the sun comes up. You have no idea where you are. You have no idea who you are. You have no idea about yourself.
And
you can't hear anything.
Good. So I've been re-vanished and I'm deaf.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's almost like whatever sound is there, it's basically pounding away at it so much that it's causing everything to be heard to not be heard. So it's not like the traditional deafness of like I can't hear anything. It's right now you're hearing so much that you can't hear anything.
Okay.
It's like trying to pick out a voice in a crowd, but there's so much crowd.
And no matter what the noise is, you can't figure out what it is. Even the simple, you can't figure out what that is.
Because you can't remember sound.
Because you can't distinguish that from anything else.
Because you don't remember what sounds are.
So everything exists. Yeah.
Oh no!
Wow. I'm just gonna just start
cuddling in a corner.
Yeah. See if I can plug up my ears enough with something.
Okay.
One more. Not enough.
Oh, it has a duration? It's not permanent?
Well.
Well.
The duration is permanent.
Yes and no. Oh, wow, okay. Well, that's not good. Okay. Yes, so... And I will give everybody a simple intelligence roll.
Hey, I can get that one. Did you use the cup?
I know it's my own fault.
So how would you get?
17 actually.
Okay.
21.
22.
22.
Yeah. I rolled a die.
So the three of you realize, having woken up with this, and having experienced this now a couple times, you realize as you think back to when it's happened, it's been every 7 days. You go to sleep that night, you wake up, it's that 7th day every time.
So we need to stop time.
That's
the solution.
So that was the 21st morning after the first vanishing.
Okay.
Early that morning, I'm knocking on Robbie's shop door.
Unlock it.
Yeah.
Taking over something I'm working on and go back to working on it.
We got to do something about this. I don't think I've got long.
Oh, what? What? What do you mean?
I don't. It doesn't feel right.
No, it feels bad.
Who's it? Selenar?
Yeah.
You hear from in one of the rows on the floor somewhere.
Ron, is that you?
Pieces that have provided some puzzles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
You gotta put that stuff away, Robbie. We got stuff to do. We can't just sit around drinking wine and.
I wasn't drinking wine.
Who are you?
I was not
drinking wine.
I was also not drinking wine.
Taking baths. Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to even splash water on my face. I've been working.
I dropped 20 gold last night.
Read it. Where did you get 20 gold from? That's
So I open up my notes. I had started a cover sheet in there for myself.
Crossbow, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyways.
Okay.
We gotta
Did it
get
happen
moving.
again?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So I open up to
I
that.
talked to Master Halwyn. He's
It's
gonna help
it's
us.
in the
You were
front
there.
of the sheaf of papers.
And he didn't come back last night?
Well, I'm sure he couldn't get all that information, that fast.
Whoever this is,
And in the meantime, I can get my work done.
through the papers that are in front of you and is pointing to something.
we got other work to do as well.
On the top of it
does
says,
not matter.
"I am the Farron."
Yeah.
Do you feel it, Ron? Like I feel like
I write and see it's my own handwriting.
No. So, what
it's
makes
not
you
like my
feel?
body, but
She's like,
I start reading
What
it.
makes you
puts
feel
your T
differently
down, T
this
down,
morning?
puts a T down in front of you.
Yeah,
I just
Or
I
a
do
glass
feel.
happened.
down
I
in
wake
front
up
of
and
You?
pour
Yeah.
some liquid in it.
I don't feel. It doesn't feel good.
no, not good at all. The first 2 times didn't feel as bad. But this time felt worse.
So this is an important week.
I think it's too much noise.
Well, I feel like
I mean,
most weeks have been important.
Yeah,
Although,
but
if this continues on for several more weeks, then
I think I'm gonna lose
It's
it.
too loud.
Well,
I'd-
I mean, what do we do?
All I hear is noise.
We don't know what it is.
No.
We don't know who's involved. I mean, it's too big. We
And
can't
I
do
am
this.
the Fern.
we can.
Got to do something.
It's too big.
The
for us to do
quiz.
We need to find out we need to find out what Storm Raven discovered,
it. Well,
and if
we can
and
So
go
if,
to
you
if nothing,
are
if he's not back, or if it's nothing, then we need to either get to
Eldithia?
Chamali or go to Lyris or Arabelle and
It says to trust you.
start there and see if we can find anything we haven't found here.
Then I guess
Who
we work on
is-
Shamali, since he's here.
Who is Rowan? Find him.
That's exactly exactly these.
It says I need to find Rowan. Is it somebody I'm looking for?
Pull some coins out of it.
Throws money?
It's the wealth around.
I need to find Rowan who throws money.
It's pretty spot on.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
I hear everything.
Okay. So then you'll be able to understand. So Rowan is in the South Ward. So the South Ward is if you go out here. Just get it back to you so you can't hear anything.
No, I mean, I hear everything. It's too loud.
We're in a library.
I need to find Rowan. I'm supposed to trust you. Can you help me find Rowan?
She writes, read.
I'm just gonna
Not on
sit.
top of your notes though.
Right, I'm just gonna sit down with my sheaf of notes and start reading it, starting with my cover letter.
She takes her tea and she walks out. Oh yeah, sorry.
Selenar came
we were
in and
talking,
said
yeah.
we need to take care of things because he's going crazy. I'm like, yeah, me too. And Rowan's like, yeah, that sounds bad. We should get stuff done now because we don't have much more time. And then so the choices kind of came up. Deal with Chamali. Hopefully Storm Raven has something. But we gotta wait for him. Oh, come in.
You see a door open, you see a guardsman, clearly, all dressed.
Good morning.
Admiral Stormraven calls for you.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
We very much want to
Great.
speak with him.
Did somebody already go to get the Farron in the library?
We can, we'll send for him.
Great.
Good.
Great.
Alright.
All right. Well, hopefully he's got some good news.
That'll work out. That'll be fine.
We'll wait for them to play that one out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and I grab. I can get this one done. I put I hide the rest away, and I grab one that I think I can work on today. While start putting my scale mail on.
Okay.
Let me.
Oh yes.
All right.
So
help out.
there.
It speeds up the
That goes-
process. Yeah.
clink, clink, clink.
Takes the normal time instead of double the normal.
Yes.
So you head back to the
You gotta practice this. But
the gates, and they see you three coming up. And they, show you in, and you head down to, you start going into the room of collection, and then you see as you about to head in. Actually, you're about to head into the building to go to the collection. You see at the gate. The librarian, because when y'all went with Farron the first time, you'll see the librarian, I don't know her name. She's at the gate and she's talking to some guards. And she's pointing and she's got her arms up. And then you can't tell what she's saying because she's far enough away from her.
Yeah.
So they're having a conversation and the guards are go head on in.
Oh, good morning. I'll say that.
You're welcome.
I'm sure that she came with Farron. Now she's talking to them. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's naturally.
And so you get down.
definitely.
You get down to the door.
Would that work?
No,
Okay.
just because of that right there.
Okay.
You get to the door. It's closed.
Wait, what door are we at?
The door that has a word that I keep
Oh.
forgetting.
Istia.
Istia.
We're gonna remember it eventually.
Yep.
You walk in, and Naivara and Bran and Efilas arrive. All of them.
Good morning.
And Bran looks haggard. He's got dark bags under his eyes, disheveled. Clearly not the put together guy that y'all have seen before. He looks worn out.
Are you okay?
Just a little tired.
Yeah, me too.
Weary of traveling.
It's been a long night.
Where?
You traveled through the night.
Where's Farron?
I've been with the king all night.
Oh,
I assume he's coming.
well,
Hopefully we.
I thought he was already here. We saw the librarian outside.
And the librarian's outside.
Well, yes, talking to the guards.
The librarian is talking to the guards.
Trick question? Yeah. Yes. Yes, the librarian is talking to the guards.
He looks at Efilas. Fine. He walks out.
Wait, yeah.
Like he's gone.
We wanted to.
Oh.
He'll be back. He's just going to go send some people to get. Well, I don't know. He's going to go figure out why the librarian's here and why the Farron is not here.
Oh, I guess that's fair. Yeah. All right. Well,
He's not with you.
no. I mean,
No.
he stays in the library. All right. I'm gonna go sit in a corner
came-
and start working.
Y'all
Mm.
stay together.
No.
Well,
So, I
we
mean-
did,
Yeah, he stayed in my shop while I worked.
and we came straight here, and Selenar was with us when the guard came to
Right.
retrieve
Oh.
us, so we came straight away.
Right. Right. I always figured Farron would be here. He's a lot closer.
Bran comes back in after a couple minutes. It appears your companion is having. It appears the vanishing has struck him.
Again.
The librarian says he's not. You might want to go to the library.
What are we gonna do? somebody can vanish again? I don't want to vanish again.
I
didn't like it the first time.
Man. I'm feeling it. I got that feeling.
That old vanishing feeling. It recurs until you succumb.
Oh. Alright, okay.
Those who are strong with their sanity can hang on for
Right. Okay.
but maybe a familiar face will help him. I'll be here.
We'll be back. Wait. Head to the library.
As we're going out, I'll look at Efilas. It happens every week.
Oh yes. Every week.
Every 7 days.
Yes.
It
Did
recurs.
it happen to you last night too? And Selenar, did you feel last night?
Yes.
Oh.
Last night.
Is that just you, or is that anybody?
I don't know. I mean, we'd have to talk to someone who didn't vanish the same time we did to see if the timing's different. But maybe you could see how far apart,
In front of him and he's like,
the different vanishings happened. Maybe it happens at a particular time of a week for everybody. I don't know. You'd have to
I
see.
think we've given him something to think on
Yes.
he's scribbling.
as we
But we need to go.
find the Farron.
Yeah.
When you get back to the gate, the librarian's still there. Now she's just standing there. She seems to be waiting. And they'll come. Oh, you are his companions?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I'm Aldithia, and
Nice to meet you, Aldithia.
he has no memories, and
None whatsoever.
he says he hears everything.
Is that new?
I think what he means is he hears nothing.
That's definitely different.
It's a different thing, yes. Come with me.
Oh, okay.
It's easier if you see it for yourself.
Sure.
He should be reading right now. I think he's trying to figure this out.
Okay. Sure, let's go.
Takes you back to him, and goes back to the door, and as she gets to the door, she says, apparently the guards came here to get him, and they knocked, and no one answered. While I was away anyway. Opens the door, and these 3 people and this lady you were just talking to walk in.
Good morning.
Make a sanity roll. Did you see them?
There we go. Here it is.
2.
There's no O behind that? It's
no.
just a regular 2? There's no...
I mean, it was a 3 and now it's a 2 because I've got a -1. Is that what you were looking for?
No.
Gonna rub it in a little bit more?
No.
3 unfamiliar people, along with this lady who you're noticing and trust her, walk in.
And I say good morning. Fair. Can you... Oh, you said he can't hear us?
She points at him. He was asking for you.
For me?
He said, Rowan.
I say you are Rowan.
Yes, he's rolling.
Like it says here that you're the leader. You got us into trouble, but you got us out of it again.
Oh, that's pretty accurate, actually.
We did it together. Point at Selenar. Together. Not her. I don't point at her. Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm going to go make
Oh,
sure no one comes
sure.
to the library.
Thank you.
Well, I guess when we vanished, things made us remember, right? So what it would help him remember?
Seeing familiar. I mean, familiar.
Showing things, telling things.
Familiar things. Although we can't.
Did he get hit
hear
in a
us.
particular way? Like, should we hit him?
No, I don't. I don't think so.
That might set him off.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. Like, I'm trying to think of what we've done together that.
I didn't get hit.
Yeah.
I still haven't. Like I've not gotten hit.
That's good. That's very good. You're just gonna die of mental causes.
We don't know much about his home, where he came from.
Right.
The most time we've spent together has been, I think, outside of our adventures around the city, have been in the Citadel.
Right. Well, yeah. Why don't we take him? Because then maybe seeing Admiral Stormraven and Efilas
and the things there
and the board.
Yes.
Right. Come with us.
And either that will jog his memory, or maybe Efilas will have some insight into.
Right. Yeah. Come on.
We're going
gather
to
your
we're
thing.
going to help
Come on
you.
with us right now, and we'll.
You're the leader.
Yeah, he's the leader. So grab your things. Let's
and
go.
And you're afraid.
Like currently, I mean generally, yes.
He's getting better. He's
Nope.
scary now.
No. Yeah, wearing the scale mail, clink, clink, clink. So it looks super uncomfortable in it. Library. I mean, he really just likes the library. I figured that would have jogged his memory.
We come with us.
Yeah, come with us.
We want to help you.
Right.
I'll follow you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
I think he can hear us.
No.
Wait for him to gather whatever he's going to gather. We head back to the Citadel.
Walk back to the Citadel.
All right, I'm gonna follow them.
And again, you remember like class stuff
Yeah.
and racial stuff. All the notes you've taken are very unfamiliar to you. You think you might have written them. I mean, it looks as you write something, it looks like your handwriting, but
But it's not meaningful.
right, it's a lot
per se.
It's a lot of notes too. So you follow them to. You step out into this. Clearly, you're in a city.
I look around. I was like, this is a big place.
Yep. Yeah, but you're used to small places because you're a hermit. It's from the Hermitage, right? He said something about.
He lived in the Hermitage, yes.
Right. Yeah.
I'm Hermit.
He can hear us.
Oh wait, sorry. No.
Sorry.
Aha! Tricked you.
Tricked you into hearing.
Kind of walking out the
Yeah,
door,
yeah,
like
sorry.
up at the ears, and she's, oh, yes. And she like, did you leave your writings and stuff, or did you take it with you?
My writings?
Yeah.
He'd be pretty distracted at this point,
Yeah, okay.
so he may very well leave his writings.
She, oh, wait 1 second. And she runs
Okay,
back in.
alright.
And she picks up your stuff and she like flips through some pages and she comes to like a page. It's like she points to a page
I look at it.
and it's talking about the Hermitage. That's.
Huh.
She points to them.
You're from the Hermitage?
No, you're from the Hermitage.
Well, everyone's pointing at you.
Oh. Huh. What does that mean?
That you're lonely? I don't know. What does it mean?
She kind of shrugged her shoulders.
You don't like people.
No, he prefers
Is
to.
that not what it is?
I mean, he prefers to some isolation, I suppose, or to live outside of places like this.
Yeah, you're lonely.
Well, not exactly.
Oh.
I mean, you may not feel lonely about that,
Huh.
whereas other people might see it as a lonely existence.
She just points to them.
Yeah,
We're
start
going.
walking. Yeah, well, let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
So he takes your stuff back. So you get back to the Citadel. Get back to
Yes,
the-
dear.
It's the,
Yeah, totally remember that one
Yep.
again.
walk into this room and you see this board and you roll a sanity roll.
You do.
See if we can get back
Got
here.
Oh, whoops, I got 2 dice in there now.
Oh,
Yeah,
advantage.
I mean,
Oh.
you definitely don't need disadvantage.
Ha! 19.
Yes.
Alright.
That's what I thought you rolled last
See,
time.
it's the room.
You critical.
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So this is definitely familiar. This is you like this is all coming back. Like as soon as you see that, and then you see them again, you remember the last week. Like you remember traveling with them. You remember the prisoner voluntarily, fighting your way out. Like, all that's coming back to you. The vanishing clearly has afflicted you is coming back to you.
So I remember everything from the last time that I vanished.
Yeah, you're getting that. That's coming back, and they start talking a little bit.
Okay.
Well, actually, you can't hear any of that, so you don't. None of that comes back. But yeah, yes, that stuff is starting to come back.
So I think this place makes sense.
Sort of.
This is the first place that's made sense all day. I had traveled with you all to the Dragonspine Mountains.
Right.
And we fought
Minori. Well, her
we
goons.
fought cultists.
Yes, we've been over this. Can we get to the reason you're here this morning?
He can't
She
hear.
speaks, no words come out.
It's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Then he should remain silent.
He woke up this morning unable to. We've all been through this, all four of us.
And I feel terrible
And
for you, but
he is getting worse, and we're trying to hang on to whatever thread we can.
And the sun gets higher in the sky, and we're talking about things that have already happened.
And if you're not going to say anything helpful, then you can leave.
She looks at Bran. Bran looks at her. Look at me, I'm just tired.
So Bran.
I see him looking hostily toward her, and
Cast magic missile.
I look at her like with just malevolence. And that's the first time I make eye contact with her by accident.
With the eyes?
Yeah.
Looks at the board again.
So Bran, it's just you've had a hard week.
Hard day, hard night.
Right.
The Farron just has his hand in his components bag.
So, do you have anything new?
Seems like this attack in Bridgepoint had nothing to do with the vanishing. The nomads from the desert seem to have risen up. Well, 50 nomads from the desert seem to have risen up and just attacked the city. They were all garbed in Vilayas' garb. It was very, very strange. We spent a good amount of time investigating and talking, and we came to the conclusion that there's some kind of ruse obviously going on here, which we don't. Well, at the time, I did not fully believe that it had anything to do with Vilayas. I don't know if there's some other force that's trying to stir up trouble. So I returned, actually last night, and I was with the king. Then we were told in the late hours, or the early hours, depending on which way you want to go, that there was a large host of Vilayas realmsmen that are gathered near the ruined village of Crossborders. I don't know why. It seems very off to me as a former soldier myself. This doesn't seem tactically or strategically smart for Vilayas' realm to push soldiers at that place, or any place really. But if it's not if, because it will happen as soon as word spreads of both the attack and then these soldiers gathered. The king's going to be under immense pressure to call for the Council of Seven to meet and mobilize our resources, and that could lead to open conflict. I don't. This doesn't make sense to me. But since my duty is the vanishing, I was not dismissed, but I dismissed myself to come back here and continue my work here.
Right.
But this is not this doesn't make sense to me. Unless there's a deeper plot afoot somewhere.
Probably.
I can't imagine that an outland merchant can raise an army like this and direct them from this far away. So I know you might have been thinking that going there.
Oh.
And I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility. I just don't see how it could happen.
Unless she's working with others, maybe there's others that are trying to make trouble. Like she's trying to.
Which then would suggest that it is connected to the Vanishing, since we all believe she has some sort of role in the Vanishing.
Right.
At least a small part.
Yeah.
So that's been my last a lot of hours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
However long it's been.
Sit back in the corner, start working while we talk.
But on a happier note, I'm glad to see you're well. You made it back.
Oh well.
Well, most of you are well.
Right.
I look at him when he looks at me.
He said, "Do you not recognize me at all?"
He had trouble recognizing us at first this morning.
Right. Yeah. And he
It seems that he's
can't hear.
reverted somewhat, been
Nice.
afflicted again.
I take my cover sheet and I start writing some more notes on it.
We went and got him in hopes that this would. I mean, that the more familiar things we saw, the more it helped. And we don't know much about where he's from, but at least this room should be familiar, and it seems to be helping somewhat. But and then Efilas, we thought it might be beneficial for you to see what this looks like, see what can happen.
This is very troubling. Efilas doesn't stop writing since jumping.
And Selinar and Robbie, I believe, felt, not to this extent, but did not feel right this morning either. You're muted, Drew.
Yeah. Less right than the last time.
You're mute. He's deaf.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Hope somebody picks up telepathy. And I feel, I'm certain that I had strange dreams or something, but I feel okay so far. I feel like myself, at least.
Good.
Didn't you say he went to the Peddlers Guild? What did you?
Oh yeah.
Did you? What
we
did
heard
you?
that. Well, I was talking with some of the folks in the South Ward and asking if they had noticed anything. They noticed that, well, that you had been around Shamali's guild house, and they noticed you and then a strangely jeweled man who kind of stuck out to them.
Yeah, I heard the same thing.
You did?
Yeah, he must stand out like a sore thumb.
Mm-hmm. He apparently went in and out of the Peddlers Guild several times on multiple different days. Just bejeweled head to toe, very finely dressed.
I did not see.
Not from around. Nobody recognized him.
I was there just to kind of let Shamali know that I'm still around, and he doesn't particularly care for me, so I let him know that I don't particularly care for him. He seems to think he can bully his way through people and things and business, and I just don't appreciate it. So I wanted to let him know that I still had him in my sights. I did notice when I was there this half orc that you were talking about. She was not at the guild. She was watching the guild house. Doing a very good job of staying hidden, especially for a half orc of her stature. soon as she noticed me noticing her, she vacated the neighborhood. I decided to follow her back to her apartment, but she refused me entry or even a dialogue, and I let her be. I did notice the Stella hazing tattoo that you also mentioned. I noticed. I saw that as well. So it does seem very suspicious. I have a couple of agents in the area keeping track of her movements, but they haven't reported back anything. That's what I was doing. Just to let him know.
It's
that,
good.
that I did not see this bejeweled fellow that you spoke of while I was there, and I can't imagine who that would be.
It didn't sound familiar.
And you didn't see Chamali, did you?
No, Chamali makes himself scarce as far as being seen, except when he wants to strong arm his way into something, and he'll only do that when he has a significant amount of force to do it. And then he always seems to get away with things before anyone's able to catch up to him. But most of the time, no, he just remains in his warehouse and directs traffic from there. His two loyal hench people can sometimes be seen about the city, but I didn't see them that day either. Gilthor Broodfist is his, I guess you would call him, that's his heading. He's a dwarf, in case you can't figure out about his name. And then Balzai is his, it's said she can hit anything from anywhere. If you saw her, you wouldn't forget her. Her skin has a kind of a slight bluish tint to it. Makes her stand out a little bit.
What was the name again?
Gilthor Broodfist, and then Balzai.
Baojai?
Baozhai. And Selenar, you've seen Baojai around the city.
Yeah, that sounds like somebody I've seen.
And then Selenar and Rowan, you would have seen Guilford before. He occasionally likes to visit a tavern or so, usually in the South Ward somewhere. But so yeah, so you know at least those names. But
Well, we either, barring any other epiphanies, I feel like we either need to get to Chamali or Minori, and Minori we tried. Don't think that's an option currently,
No.
based on the reception that we received. We need to find out if Chamali knows anything about, or is related in some way, because I can't think of anything else at this point to do.
I'm just going through the notes that are on the table.
I don't relish.
Okay.
I don't relish talking to Chamali, but
You won't get very far.
And there's no survivors from the other towns to speak with, Lyris or Arabelle. So we're thin on
I look at
options.
Efilas and say, "Can you stop this noise?"
He
The noise, I can't hear anything over the noise.
He says he hears everything. Some say.
Just from what you were explaining about the light coming down, that sounds more of your people than my people, I would say.
Perhaps.
I guess if he had laid his hands on him and did something.
Like perhaps if I yeah.
I don't know all the specifics. I know there are spells that can be cast, and I don't know if you know any of them.
I mean, I know some spells.
Some restorative.
I know some
spells.
Well, I don't know what kind. I know some spells. I know that I mean, let me try this one.
How'd that work?
Alright, that didn't.
Oh, I got rid of the noise.
That didn't work.
Burn it out.
I mean, I guess this would be the one that would do it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if anything would. Well, I suppose it's worth trying.
Never know till you try.
Reaches out towards you and just slowly brings his hand towards you.
Naivara turns around, watches.
And I'll just lay my hand on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll try to cure a disease or poison with my
You're no longer vanishing.
lay on hands. Yeah, what? I just gotta run around.
We even said it was a
Yeah.
disease.
That's the
Oh, man.
That's so easy.
All we need is paladins.
Three people.
Like, there's
Look,
everywhere.
3 people a day. Boom, boom, boom. Done.
That's just you, right?
Yeah, just me.
There's gotta be some big paladins out there.
Whoa. Surprise.
That's why
There's
we
no other
didn't
paladins.
know.
Yeah. Nobody ever thought.
Oh, that's how it works.
So yeah, this is lay on hands. I don't know. See if it does anything. If not,
The whole realm of maybe.
So you're just straight laying on hands?
so doing not restoring any hit points, but just trying to cure a disease or poison. So there's the 2 options: either restore hit points or spend 5 out of my pool. Yeah, that I'm not there yet. So if this is a curse, then
Third level
sorry.
spell? Yeah, you're gonna need to hold off on that
I'll
one.
just smack it out of you.
Or we could just make it easy, like make you actually deaf, and then you won't hear all the noise.
Yeah.
I think that's a
I'll
solution.
just kill you and bring you back, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah, we got money for that, right?
It's cheap right now, relatively.
I mean, it's the cheapest it'll be. That doesn't
Yeah.
make it cheap.
No, sell some more hand
Just keep going to the armory, load up and stuff, go sell it.
Right. Solutions.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if it makes the hearing come back at least.
So we're about to hit our 2-hour mark.
Oh,
Recording.
okay. Somebody's
Are
keeping
we
track of our.
gonna be rigid about that? Are we gonna be flexible? What's the?
I'd say a little flexibility for finding a good
Yeah.
stop point. But yeah, I think sometime within the next.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a
It's nice.
slight tingly feeling, but the cacophony of voices is still there. Or cacophony of voices is still there.
So as I rest my hand on your shoulder.
I point a piece of copper at you and say, Kuj Moji Resi. And then I whisper in your brain. And then I
Okay.
still can hear your only noise.
Is this a 2-way? Or
Yeah.
is this a whatever afflicts you is beyond what I can help you with at this
And
point.
I can't hear that.
For
I'm
another,
sorry.
another
Okay.
2 levels or so.
Yeah, it's part of that ringing, that noise, yeah.
And so even
I feel like I'm talking to him in my head.
I mean, you are.
Yeah, I am
you
talking.
send the
Yeah, I'm
message,
talking.
it just hits a wall of noise. And
initiative. We're gonna get one fight in before we stop this play, or stop this episode.
We can call for a cleric.
Oh, that'd be great.
And see if they can do anything for at least for the noise problem.
Right.
And it's beyond something that I am able to remove at this point. Unfortunately. I wish I could help, but
beyond what anyone can remove at this point.
Maybe.
In the meantime, what is your plan?
I mean, I doubt Shamali will be forthcoming with information from a pleasant chat. You could try an unpleasant chat.
I do not think you will get far. No offense. He is a formidable foe.
Oh.
And does he even?
By the way, so
Yeah, no, it's
He's a formidable man, not
legit.
himself. So yeah, that's saying something.
He's missing two fingers, and he can still wield two blades at the same time. He knows what he's about.
Oh.
He wasn't always a peddler, so I've come to discover. I would, if I were to maybe suggest a course of action, I would.
Sure.
I hate to suggest this course of action. He looks at Naivara and she turns around to him, and he looks at her with raised eyes and she turns back around. We may have to wait.
Oh, all right.
Wait.
No.
Wait for.
We may need
So I'm working on
we
that.
may need to continue investigating in the city. But it might be just more uncovering as you did before you left the city the first time. We have more information than we've ever had before, but clearly we don't have enough.
And
And
we
I
have.
don't want to put you in a. He looks at you, Selenar, and I do not want to put you in an uncomfortable or a bad situation.
I'm in an uncomfortable, bad situation.
I don't want to put you in a worse situation.
I don't see it getting much worse.
Well, he looks over at the Baron.
Well,
I don't know.
that's the thing is, we have.
Waiting, that's what happens from waiting.
Well, that's without even waiting. That was being active. Maybe waiting slows it down. Maybe moving too much makes it faster.
Efilas' book reappears. And he turns towards the back.
And while
I'll write it down.
may have more information than we've ever had, we also.
It's been fairly constant in time, depending on how fast, no matter how fast we're going.
No, I know.
And I mean, every day we have less time than we have ever had.
I mean,
As we
assuming.
Well,
time between
And
where we
endings.
are now and
I will.
This
what
assumes
will
a finite
happen
end.
to us. There is a
Like,
finite end.
But
to
I mean,
this.
like a known end. I don't know.
I will probably be able to convince King Celsus to send at least a reconnaissance to the Draconels to look into
Tell him to watch the skies.
Yes.
into this army. And but besides Minori and Shamali, what are your other ideas?
Maybe we could try to stop more burglars and see if we can find out what information, like what orders. And the last thug, was kind of like rude, but maybe we'll find one that's more weak-willed. That, they'll be like, just tell us, and they will.
I mean, there's also. I mean, I don't know if there's any value in seeing if we find in Lyris or Arabelle any of the other signs we've seen here, the ring.
You will find no other.
How long does it take to get to those places? How long does it take to get to those places? That would be useful.
People looking into
How long would it take to get to those places?
It is immaterial, Brent. So we could get you there today.
Oh, well, that's a lot faster than I thought. I guess that ruins my case.
If we can get there and back in a day, it may be worth at least seeing if we see some of the same signs that we saw.
Yeah, can you get us
here.
back?
I don't think there'd be a problem returning. I will say that I don't know if there is value in going there, as she says.
I don't either.
I mean,
but if we're
despite her tone, they do have people also looking into it.
and we know this haystack, so at least we know the needles between the hay that we've seen. There, it's just a brand new haystack. I think that's how the saying goes, sort of.
do you have?
So what if we just try to find Robert's hero?
That's what I said, right? So I think he heard me.
Yeah.
Did you hear me? He didn't hear me.
And Naivara, do you have people who are studied in the arcane?
Who are you talking about?
Naivara.
What do you mean? Of course we do.
Are they looking at? Well, there are certain places that they could look for signs that we've found here.
Yeah, I saw those.
Well, that's what I'm here
those.
for, is to gather your information and take it back.
So he could feel them and I could see them, right? What do they look like? I forget.
Yeah, we went to what's her name? Leah's house,
Okay.
and we saw I got the sense of the ring in her room.
Right.
I could feel it, and
like
he could
focus within, and there was
Yeah.
an up and a down. I
Right.
thought I could see.
he could like
residual.
arcane kind of sense some
I
arcane
remember.
residual something there, and I could feel it.
Maybe there wasn't. Maybe I couldn't see something. I thought I could see something.
But kind of describing that to her.
The purple ring.
Purple ring. Oh, right. No, that's what I thought was going crazy. You're right. Purple ring.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, so that was the
I'll distract.
But I don't know yet if did we have anybody who was able to sense that there wasn't us?
There wasn't a
I
banish.
don't remember.
Say that again.
So I know we talked to other people about having seen the ring at her house,
And I think we told them to go check it out.
but I don't remember if anybody who had not been through the vanishing was able to also confirm, like, oh yeah, we see this weird arcane signature here.
or
not.
or feel it.
So once the residue has like been detected, yes, they could detect the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't just
So I guess the better question is, do you have banished who can arcane and or do whatever he does?
We were able
pretty
to-
well.
you mean
D-
seers?
we were able to discern some kind of residual effect.
The purple ring.
Purple ring.
Yes, the deep purple ring.
Yeah.
And if you have investigators who are sensitive to those things as well, then if they can discover the same kind of remnants in places in your city, then perhaps that's worth considering what that means. I mean,
Right.
we found them here.
Nobody else
but
did.
We didn't
We
know
did.
quite what to make of it.
And now you know. And as I recall, it happened where deaths happened, right? Not where vanishing happened, but actually where deaths. Or
I mean, for
vanished.
the one
It was
purple
The
ring that we
clutches.
found,
Well, that's
Yeah.
true.
So the people who were
too awful
yeah.
much about 1 point.
That's 100%.
so other
It's good stats.
yeah, like other vanished have had visions of the ring,
Right.
but the only like real world
Application
evidence
of
we
it,
found
right.
of one was
Right,
where
because we've
Leo
gone to
was.
other places where vanishings have happened, but there wasn't the same.
Yeah. So
Maybe somewhere else.
the only thing that's like been reported multiple times from people that are hit by the clutches. So the few people I've talked to, so y'all mentioned that earlier about like things that people have said was being able to see a deep purple ring. It wasn't everybody, but it was certainly more than one or two. It was enough of them that had seen this deep purple ring. But other than that, nobody had seen like any kind of deep purple ring. And then y'all went to Leah's house and y'all saw that residual on the floor. And then I think y'all went to one other place.
We did.
We did.
And I'm trying to
Okay, it
remember
was. I
who.
think
We
it was
did.
at the. It was in the alley of the barking dog, I believe. No,
Sure. No, I thought it was somebody's
Nope.
shop.
it was the shop.
Yeah. Pottery. I think it was the pottery shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was it Bilali's place?
What was in the pottery shop?
Was it?
Oh, that was Bilali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that
Sorry,
guy.
not part
I
of
think
Bilali.
we searched
Yeah.
for another
Yes,
ring
it
there.
was Bilali's. The very first one. The
First
one you-
person.
Yeah, but we didn't
Yeah.
find anything there.
I don't remember.
You did.
We just found the gold.
Which was no longer needed by anybody else, so we took it. I don't think I remember.
So not everyone, but a couple times. So. Well, no one has mentioned that in any of our reports, but I will look into it.
Good. That'll help you.
And the visions from those who've survived here have been varied. And it's always a ring. Sometimes it's on the periphery, sometimes it's front and center.
And sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small.
Sometimes it's big enough to surround an entire city and
Right.
crush it.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, I believe Oma mentioned that
Yes.
when she came back. We still don't know what that means.
But it's clearly part of this somehow.
I certainly agree.
And the fact that it also exists in the real world is concerning.
The real world.
Yes, I mean it's not just in visions.
Oh. Sorry, it's been a long night. I didn't mention it, but the real world. Yes, it is not just a vision. It's
So I can go back to work.
And just wait to die.
No, I thought we were waiting for more information. Master Halwyn might be able to help. Yeah, we're just waiting for him to, get back to about the peddlers and Chamali. We could go try talking to Chamali. The nice
So
way.
are we finding a burglar?
Or we can go find the burglars. Right, right. We had talked about that.
And we can try to find
More burglars.
more burglars.
Yes.
Pointing at you.
Rowan?
the children of Lucia Moritz? How they're connected?
Yeah. It's on our board somewhere.
So it's a theory.
Yeah, I'm looking at the board. I'm reading the board.
Oh, you got
right
the
now.
board. Yeah. Selenar is reading the board. Got it.
So she was a member of the Lightfingers Guild, which is the local thieves guild.
Yeah, I know those guys.
And she her body was found floating in the Delhas River after fleeing with the clutches. It's so the belief. Well, I'm flipping through my book of notes here. So the theory with her is that she threw herself into the river as the clutches were striking to save herself from harming her twin children. So again, it's just up there because we don't know if maybe the children are important. Maybe the it is really of them.
We have no idea where they would be.
No, they're in a home here in the city. I mean, and so far nothing has happened to them, and nobody's tried to harm them. And
Maybe worth checking out.
What? Sorry.
What were we talking about?
I'll
It's
see.
on the board. Who's
Yeah,
connected? Children
Oh.
of Lucia Moritz.
Yeah.
Apparently, a couple twins she killed herself to protect.
Oh.
Right in the city.
Something.
It is.
I've got to do something. I can't just sit and wait.
Well, I mean, our list of, like I said, we've tried Minori, and so we have the children and Jamali.
I think Jamali might be more
Cross
of
off our list.
It's kind of keep an eye on the situation. Maybe not go knocking on doors and trying to get an audience, but maybe more my style of staying in the shadows and observing.
Waiting for him to do something.
Maybe following people coming in and out. But yeah, I'm not ready to bust down that door. I've been told he's skilled.
Maybe. But it might come to that.
It might. Check with me in a few more days.
Efilas' pen is moving and he's writing. Well, I think if Bran has his way, it's definitely going to come to that. He's just waiting for the right moment.
I don't think he harbors any particular reservations about.
No. If Bran has his way, Shimali, that wouldn't even be a name spoken in the city.
So, burglars or children?
Or both.
Children burglars.
Round up all the child burglars.
Or just burgle all the children.
Yeah, poor burgle. Yeah. I suppose at this point, all of it, everything,
Start with the children. It's
easy.
We can find them.
Yes.
yeah.
All right. Do you want to call that episode 2? There's a really good.
Find the children.
Find the children.
children.
Guess we know what we're calling episode
Find the
3.
children.
Episode 3. Find the children.